Greetings, everybody. Leo S. Luna here, talking to you once again about video games. And previously, I already mentioned in an unscripted video about the terrible decision that PlayStation took on getting away all the physical media manufacturing and production to save quite a few bucks and let us only with the PlayStation Store, having monopolized the way and making it the only way for us to purchase PlayStation games. So that's why today I came with 5 tips for all those PlayStation users and perhaps PC, Xbox, and Nintendo users for you to actually have more ways to share digital and physical media. And I'm pretty sure many of these have not discussed in different countries, but let's see how it goes. Number one, and which is kind of the obvious one, more specifically on United States, and it's go to public libraries. Basically, public libraries have this strong program that the more books or the more movies and video games that you borrow, the better for them because they are eager to actually access even more video games, not only from retro catalogs, but also from new catalogs as well. And the reason why this is so important is because so far libraries are the only official way, which is also tied to government funding, that can actually preserve these video games. In fact, not a private organization, but public, built by communities, easy to go. Just grab a copy and there you go. What if you don't have this in your country? This should be a perfect proposal for your close political parties that maybe can have this funding. Keep that in mind. I know that maybe in some Latin American countries it's difficult because I mean, I don't know why in 2026 there are some people that have a stigma against video games, considering how much can provide in terms of growth, economic growth, and education, and artistic approaches and creativity. So I believe this is a very good proposal to do in your communities if this has not already been discussed in your country. And definitely is a very good idea and not a very it seems logical, right? But even to this day, governments have been cutting budgets to cultural and education in general. In fact, actually, in there are some I've heard there are some public libraries in the United States where the resources have been cut. Even in Costa Rica, the current administration cut a lot of resources from libraries as well. But this can bring an opportunity for people to visit them and have a better interaction with media that we still can use today. The other one, it's very obvious, but I think people don't use this often because of philosophies and also security. You know what I mean? And it's simply the idea of, remember the PlayStation video, game sharing? Just share physical media to a friend or families. And I believe, because I grew up also in Latin America as well, I do know that it's very difficult to kind of share your own things, especially me that I have grew up with my older brother, which was always extra careful with the stuff that he buys because I mean, come on, it's expensive stuff, and especially in Costa Rica, it's super expensive to get one video game, one original copy of a video game, and I know that, but at the same time, try to do it like an interchange system. Like you borrow a game, your friend borrows you some game, and that's it. Easy and simple as that. And you don't need. Let's assume that you don't need a PlayStation Plus membership because up to this point, don't expect like Sony or PlayStation to be like the cool kid of the block. Probably you're going to see price increases in digital media as well. I assure you 100% that PlayStation Plus is going to increase prices, even if they say, you see the irony here right now? I'm getting pissed, okay, already. The physical media for them is just a waste of money, but also they need to increase prices in digital media. So why not just do the interchange of physical media? In fact, let's share digital media. How to do that? Actually, this is a very common thing that we used to do back in Costa Rica, and I see a lot of friends in Latin America doing the same thing. Just share two accounts between each other and have one has two each has digital licenses per each console, and that's it. That's the way I've been done with Xbox. That's the way I was doing in PlayStation. I actually had a friend in Venezuela, which is one of the most expensive places in Latin America to actually afford anything or in the world. And I just borrow him like my Xbox account for years so he can play all the games currently, and we do like this sharing and nothing happens basically. Now, I will be extra careful with the IPs and location because they can easily change the it has to be like a restriction between region locking or region. For instance, my account is located in United States, and I do have some friends in Costa Rica and Mexico that have accounts in their respective countries. So I believe you cannot do that with them, but as long as it's in the same region, there's no problem. In fact, you can even, well, you used to do that on Nintendo, but because they updated the regulations with digital media, you can only do it with two consoles that belongs to you, so it's a different thing. But you still can do it in PlayStation and Xbox, and in fact in Steam you can still have a family Steam for up to 5 people. I mean, just with that you can easily beat PlayStation and a miles away. Just imagine buying the upcoming Onimusha game with 5 people. The only problem is obviously that you need to share your time between each, and the other issue is location. For my family, since I'm living in South Korea, you need to open your account in where most of the family household is. So right now most of my family lives in a very specific area, which is cool because I can just give them my credentials and let them like be part of the family Steam, and that's it. That once you're there, you can easily download your games, the Steam games that other family members have purchased, and that's it. It's easy as that. Instead of purchasing like a $70 video game, you can just buy them between 5 people. In my case, it's 3 people. Oh no, it's 4 actually. Yeah, that's cool. Xbox is basically the same, and make sure that you are in the same region, because I actually heard stories about region locking, and try not to take advantage in different regions in Xbox specifically, because they have already made measures to counter that. Because I mean, obviously, there are countries that earn more than, let's say, Argentina. But I don't know if you know that, but like AAA games cost like $40 there, 40 US dollars there, and there's a lot of people taking advantage into that. And no, not anymore. But you two can have a United States account. Let's say you and your high school friend, and you two can buy the game and play it at the same time. There's no issues with that. The other one would be, well, this is more like political. It's basically reaching out the Consumer Protection Agency or the minister in regards consumer rights respective to your country, and build a community and a proposal for you to defend like digital and physical ownership of your media. And Why? Because it is easier. Like many people think and expect like global regulations are effective, but it's quite the contrary. If you start on the local legislations, it is way easier for you to convey and to gain ownership of your video games, music, and movies, specifically digital, before it goes away. We have seen that the news also. I haven't spoke about that in my previous video, but Sony removed like thousands of movies that you will be able to purchase digitally, and also they will remove PlayStation 3 and PSP and PS Vita games, or more specifically like the marketplace to buy them. You can still download them, but who knows when's that going to end that as well. So it's important to discuss these things with your country, with your government, because otherwise no changes are going to be made, especially these times when governments are putting like ultra surveillance and letting us like include IDs on phone accounts, or IDs on anything on social media and everything, and that is definitely like a catastrophe waiting to happen. So people that say my government doesn't do anything, is just try it. Try it, build a community with your friends and colleagues. If you have time to go to gaming conventions and nerd conventions and movie conventions, I'm pretty sure you have time to defend your ownership rights. And the other one is sharing subscriptions. I think I already mentioned that. It's very similar. And finally, the one game golden rule. And I hope you're still here for hearing about this one. This is a very interesting idea that one friend of mine did and mentioned to me years ago, and it was so interesting. I was like, yeah, why don't I do that? It has nothing to do with ownership, but more to do with consume the games that you wanted to play. So you buy a game. Physical, at least the ones that are allowed as of now, and you finish it. You just focused in that game. You finish that game up until the end, or you don't like it whatsoever. You sell the game, and with that same budget, you just buy the next game. And my friend does that all the time. He has one game rule, and he probably have played more games than I did in probably the past 5 years. And it also has like a level of pressure, like, oh, I have this deadline that if I don't sell this game before, I will not get like the return income, so I can just buy a new game, and he's basically investing, probably is like a $20 to $10 investment. It's a very interesting idea if you're not into game collecting. It's very, very smart. 5 ways to combat preservation and game sharing with your friends, with your colleagues, with your significant other. It's just an easy way to do it. The only problem with all these ones is like you have to depend on a level of trust of your communities. I mean, having said that, what else is there left to trust? Like, should you trust companies to keep the prices up, or waiting for the next like deal whatsoever? I'm pretty sure these deals that happen in October in Black Friday or summer, they're going to be less and less available as time goes by, because they can easily do that. They have been monopolized the market. Anyway, so these are my advices. Let me know in the comments what do you think, and let me know what else I should cover in these unscripted videos that I have provided for you. Take care.